Okay, so I kept screwing up the, what do you call it? The vice grip. So I do that often because I'm really trying to put as much pressure on it as possible. I'm wanting the saw to struggle, right? This is a test of the saw. This is not me trying to prove that one saw is faster than the other. This is me trying to test the saws and see what they're capable of. So that's the reason for the 3 different slices. Number 1, the gentle glide down the shaft, and what we're looking to get is RPMs. How many RPMs this thing will pull in the cut, and that right there is going to win out against something that has less RPMs in the cut. Because we're always using the same chain, right? Basically brand new out of the box Husqvarna X-Cut C83 chain. And if it's a smaller saw, then it is a steel RS. So anyways, but what I want to get to here is the slices. So whenever I pull up, everybody can pull up and pull up hard without screwing up the saw and its RPMs. You know, it's easy to find that balance. But whenever you bring in the leverage of the dogs and you're cranking on it like this, you can get so much more power on it, you know. I had a buddy of mine one time, he was talking about a saw, and he was really impressed with it. And, you know, just like we all do, we all make statements because we're excited about it and having fun. And we go, all right, what he did was, he said, man, you can't get it to stall. You just pull on as hard as you want, you can't get it to stall. And I'm somebody that owns a 3120, 120cc saw. And I said, you can get anything to stall. And right at that moment, he realized what he did, and he went, well, yeah. And that's the truth, and we all do that. We all get excited about it, and we make these statements. You know, like a lot of people make this statement. They talk about a certain saw, and a certain saw has a lot of torque. Like one guy was just talking about an old Sears Roper chainsaw, right? And the one that he was talking about, it was a direct drive. It wasn't the gear drive or anything, but he makes the very common statement, He says you can almost do away with the rakers completely, and it'll just pull right through there. No, it won't. No, it won't. No, I've heard that a lot, and that's why that chain that I had on my 592 whenever I first got it, I took the rakers down really far. And by really far, I'm talking like, I don't know, 70 thousandths. Not, I mean, they were still extremely existent. You know, maybe 60 thousandths. I didn't take them down that far. But the point is if you got just the teeth, it ain't running. It's gonna go punk, and it's gonna get stuck in this red oak. Might be able to make it through pine, I suppose, or, you know, beech or something like that, poplar. But anyways, that's enough about that. So we got the whack off footage. I've been wanting to get it really bad. The sun is starting to come up. We're going to change that camera angle here. Okay, there you go. Hopefully you can see me really well. So I've been wanting, you know, I stay busy. I got a lot of stuff, guys. We all do, right? But I've been wanting to do a whack off with this really bad. I mean, very bad. Because I cannot run this any longer in its stock configuration. It's terrible with its heat problems. I've never experienced anything like this, ever, in my life. I literally, it's been sitting now for what, 3 minutes, 4 minutes? It only did 5 cuts, and it's so hot I can't leave my hand right there. I can't leave my hand there. I'm gonna put it there. Anyways, it'll burn it. The amount of heat that this thing puts out and holds in is just stupid. And I wanted to talk with you guys about that because I really like this chainsaw. It feels really good to run. I like the power of it. I like the feel of it. It's good, and it's a Jonsered. It's a brand new 2018 leftover model that I got in Germany, if you're new to the channel. So I'm really excited about it, but if I wasn't who I am, I'd be calling this thing a piece of shit. I mean, I would really be going, what a piece of junk. So I ran it yesterday. I'm going to show some footage here shortly. I did a chain comparison. You know, I got that steel hexa chain. I got the Husqvarna C83, a lot of stuff. The Oregon EXL, doing this big chain whack off. And I used this saw. Well, it was in the 90s yesterday, mid 90s, about 94, 95 degrees. And it got so hot that it did that heat soak thing, and we got vapor locked and it wouldn't run. I had to bring it back inside, let it cool off for a long time. Pulled and pulled and pulled on this stupid thing. So, point is this right here, what you just saw, is the last time I will run this chainsaw in an unmodified condition. And that's why I was so jonesing to get footage of doing the whack off in stock form. Right, so now I can compare this to the 590 in stock form, see which one's faster and everything. But I gotta say, if you have one of these, if you have a Husqvarna 555, a Jonsered 2258, a 2260, or a 560 XP from Husqvarna, or a 562 XP. Now, I understand with the 562 XP, they have fixed a lot of the problems. They have the higher top on there from the factory. But anyways, if you have these saws and you are running hot, like I am running hot, you need to stop running it and modify that bitch. Because this is the worst I have ever seen on any engine of any sort in my life. I've never seen anything run so hot like this. It's terrible. It's bad for the machine. Your machine will not last if you continue to use it in this form. Plus, the heat soak causing the vapor lock, vapor lock, what happens is all that heat stays trapped in there. And if you're not running it with the airflow to try and release some of that heat, then the fuel that's in your air lines and inside your carburetor, it gets so hot that it vaporizes. And that creates vapor lock. And whenever you get in a vapor lock condition, there ain't a damn thing you can do except for let that thing cool down. And it takes a long time. It's a big hunk of metal, right? It doesn't just cool down immediately because it's hot outside, right? Anyways, because these things were not designed to pump vapor. They were designed to pump fuel, liquid, right? This right here, this primer bulb, yesterday I was pushing it and it was just doing nothing, just pumping air. You know? So, now it's time for the modification to begin. But, I gotta be honest with you guys. If I wasn't somebody that not only was capable of modifying, hey Louis, go. Hey, get out, go on. Not only capable of modifying, but enjoyed modifying my saws. If I wasn't that, I would definitely be calling this a piece of junk. And I would, you know, like if this was your first chainsaw experience, or even, you know, your 80th, if you're not the kind of person that modifies and understands the mechanics of something, you don't know what's going on, you just go, what a piece of shit. You gotta say, yep, that is, I am extremely disappointed in Husqvarna for allowing a product like this to market. Just straight up. Which that hurts me to say, because you guys, if you watch the channel, you know I love my Jonsereds. You know I love my Jonsereds. But the first hot day we had where I was running this thing, it would not perform. The only thing that I could have done to allow me to keep running it would have been to not shut it off. Because as soon as I would shut it off every time, I had to pull it 10-15 times to get it to start again. And then that last time, whenever I was doing my actual steel hexa chain, the whole reason for the video, that last time, it wouldn't start. I had to give it about 40 minutes for it to completely cool off and then run it again. So, anyways, if you watch the video, it'll be out this Wednesday, the whack-off video for all of the chains to see which one's fastest and stuff. If you watch that video and you go, wow, each one of the clips for him cutting with a different chain is, it looks different. That's because it's a different time of day. Yeah. Very upsetting. But now the fun begins. Because now I'm going to modify this bitch. So the first thing that I'm going to do, and I might start on it today, maybe. First thing I'm going to do is that muffler. The whole thing is gone. I'm not muffler modding it. That thing's a piece of shit that is full of all kinds of crap for catalytic converter type of crap or whatever. I am not even going to try and modify it. It is gone. I will be building a hammerhead exhaust for this. Got to get that heat out of there. Then the next weld you'll have to see. All right, later.